I'm safe only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. But she bring me back, not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life.
All right, official countdown to start here, guys. Just over a minute before the official start. If you guys need a water or anything, run to do it now. Serious best of 3 coming up here. Nouns versus Akimbo. All right, everyone. Looks like we're on a bathroom pause here, post knife round. Looks like Ancient was Akimbo's pick. Nouns picking Mirage for map 2. And if this does go to a decider, we would head to Nuke. Akimbo would have to pull off a bit of an upset for us to get to that third map, but they do have some talent over there on the Akimbo side. Florence, Noxio, Katie, Nice, and Flixie. Actually quite interested to see how Florence performs here after bouncing around ECL for a bit. Looks like we're still on a bit of an extended bathroom break here. But I've been assured map 1 is starting here momentarily. I do love the low-key music, the low-key flute in the back of Ancient, so I actually don't mind chilling in freeze time for a bit. Although I am excited to see Nouns in action again. Nouns fans here might be going through a little bit of heartbreak after Nouns had their ECL season come to a close a bit earlier than some would have expected. But we're still very, very early on here in CS2. With that said, yes, we are still on a pause here. Just making sure there hasn't been, yeah, from what I can see, there's no tech issues here. So this was still just the original bathroom / give us just a minute, bros, pause. Looks like we have officially unpaused. Freeze time unfreezing itself. And this is it, folks. Nouns in action. Map 1 officially upon us in the Mythic Cup. What will Ancient bring us? Looks like some T's looking to push Temple here pretty hard. Not sure how much Akimbo has practiced Ancient, but they're looking pretty confident here going through Donut. Already pretty much onto the A site. CJ trying to grab one from afar. It's actually Carson moving up closer towards the default boxes, but Carson not quite able to get an angle there. Carson still looking for an angle. He's got backup in the site. It's actually B-Will's getting one. Carson still trying to get Nice here on the site, but it's Marky coming up with two. Carson, nice one tap onto Katie. And those headshots from Marky, definitely the difference maker there. And then that little one tap from Carson right after. Carson also getting the final headshot there into Donut. And overall, a very strong pistol round there from Nouns. I do want to remind you guys that there might be a couple funky things that happen here with spectator mode. That's to no fault of Mythic or anyone else involved, really. It's just the CS2 relays and spectator modes are not quite up to par with CSGO yet. I imagine that might take a little while till some of these guys are worked out. Carson pushing down mid. as expected from Nouns' second round aggression. And Nouns with full control. Not a whole lot that Akimbo could do there. Of course, just a save round for Akimbo. They did buy some deagles, so not a full save. Cynic double doors. Will pick up that kill onto KD. Florence wrapping around through CT spawn. Maybe gets lucky and gets a late 1 deag here, but this is going to be a second round for Nouns. Counter-terrorists win. Carson indeed able to get that final kill onto Florence. Akimbo on their first official rifle round. They, of course, will not have an Opera yet. 4 AKs and a Galil here for Akimbo. Still obviously very early in the map. Nouns not opping either. Actually, 2 MP9s still here on the Nouns side. So we'll see if Akimbo can take advantage of this. This is probably their best chance at getting an early rifle round. Catching Nouns while they still have 2 SMGs. Nouns, of course, just trying to be economic about things here. Nice on the peak up B lane. Flash. Great flash there from Marky. Actually from B-Rolls to set up Marky to get that kill. Florence eventually does get the trick. Florence re-peeking, looking for another, but not quite able to make contact there. Cynic. Oh, I thought Cynic was maybe going to get the quick trade there onto Katie, but Katie with a clean pick there onto Carson. Katie still lurking at the bottom of mid. Cynic going to fall back into Donut. Definitely the safer play there for Cynic. B-Will still guarding the B cave. Nouns playing things passively for now. Bomb is still a little bit towards B, just outside the double doors. This is indeed going to be a B hit. We'll see how Nouns responds. Florence pushing all the way to the back of sight. Does get a headshot there on the Cynic. B-Will's able to come up with 1 from Cave, but he's going to need some backup here. 2v2 situation. B-Will's moving in from Cave. CJ moving up from ramp. Not a lot of time here. B-Will's and CJ really going to have to get some shots off quickly, but Flipsy and Florence not peeking. Florence peeks just enough for CJ to get the headshot. This is going to have to be a quick defuse. CJ able to get the second kill. Hops on the bomb, and he will indeed secure that. He had a kit. Would have been tragic if there were no kits involved there, but it will be a third round for the Nounish squad. Akimbo is on another full buy here. Cynic and Carson being aggressive at mid. Carson, dangerous peek there down B lane. It's actually Marky peeking down lane just after him and picking up that kill, that spam kill actually onto Noxio. Carson re-peeked again there down the B lanes. Not any further contact made. Let's see if Marky can get a second. Marky gonna smoke there right in front of Cheetah. Oh! Looked like a solid peek from Marky, but it's actually Katie responding with the headshot. Carson trading back for 2. And that definitely changes the entire round here. Akimbo likely just going to have to save these rifles now. Only 25 seconds on the clock. You know what's wild is a double kill like that from Carson. I mean, it's plays like that that change the entire half. Because now if you're Akimbo, it's like, okay, when are we going to start getting some rounds here? Not to mention the economic factors. Nice able to get 1 there late in Cheetah, but that's of course not going to change things. Florence the Gladiator with an AK for Akimbo this round. Be interesting to see what he can do. Marky's been playing a bit aggressive. We'll see if he goes for some early picks here at B again. Marky. Looked like he almost saw Noxio there at the bottom of ramp. Not quite. Noxio was still behind the box. Surely CJ, B-Wills, or Marky is going to make contact here soon. B-Will's going to be the first to do so. 2 kills there down the B lane. CJ following it up with a great peek there at the bottom of mid. B-Will's getting a 3rd outside of Cheetah. CJ low on health, but still hits that final headshot on to Flixie. And now it's just rolling right now. I said earlier this was going to be a challenge for Akimbo. I mean, that's the general consensus out there, but there's still some talent here on the Akimbo side. Unclear how much they've been able to practice recently. Lag there on the CSTV. Looks like contact about to be made here at the B lane again. It's B-Wills again on the peak, but he's got to be careful. He's right in front of him, but B-Wills still able to peek and ultimately get that first kill. He is traded out, but now it looks like Kimbo's turning their attention towards A. CJ. Clean peek at A main. Florence does end up getting redemption there a couple seconds later. Marky rotating back to A. Cynic. This could be the game changer for Cynic here, but he's spotted in Donut. Almost had to drop on Akimbo there. Cynic still in position to make something happen. Carson backs him up, kills Katie. Carson able to get a second. And Nouns just showing their defensive abilities all over the map at the moment. You do have to be careful in these MR12 matches. Akimbo could obviously mount a late rally of sorts, but it's not going to be this round. Save round here for Akimbo. They do have some digs. They got a couple digs last time. They had a great peek from B-Wills again. Thought he was maybe going to get 2 there, but that was a difficult angle. Down to the ramp. Does get 1. CJ backs him up to get the trade, but then Katie right behind him. trades the trade. Bit of an awkward sequence there from Katie's perspective, but she's able to get the frag. Flixie, nice peek onto Marky down the B lane. Secures the headshot. Cynic still holding it down there towards B with an op. Carson going to be rotating back over. Katie still with only 7 HP, 2v2 situation. It's going to be a B commit here from Akimbo. Cynic on site. Here's the audio. Cynic is ready. He's not blind. He's got the first. Surely he's got a good chance to get the second here. Flixie unclear where Cynic is. The smoke threw him off, and Cynic gonna register the kill. Unless Flixie was looking for the second CT there, but either way, well played from Cynic. Essentially flawless there from Cynic. Things at middle. Carson out in front, spamming into this smoke, but Akimbo's already falling back considerably, but they still can't dodge those nades. Katie naded down below half HP. Carson actually takes quite a bit of nade damage in return. Eagles again in a great position to get at least one here on B lane. Oh, actually, Nice was ready for that. Wheels down. Carson on the trade down B lane. Carson's still out in mid here, kind of watching both sides. Still man advantage here. Oh, make that two-man advantage for Nouns as Carson continues the aggression. Headshots Flixie bottom of mid. The last two Akimbo players trying to make their way to B again, but looking like another Nouns round here. Akimbo gonna have to hit some crazy shots to pull off this 2v4. It looks like almost got the bomb down. Not quite. Carson and Marky gonna clean things up. Again. Dangerous there out in front. CJ and Cynic each with an early kill. CJ able to get a second there from Donut, and it's all Nouns again. Florence does end up getting Marky down at mid, but that's not going to be enough to cause too much friction there. CJ going to get the final AK kill, and really, it's really coming down to what can Akimbo do before this map is over. And that's no disrespect to Akimbo. Nouns is just really hitting on all cylinders right now. They, of course, had that recent EU boot camp. They did come up a little bit short on some of their matches in EU, some matches that they likely thought they were going to win. But at the same time, they did beat Eternal Fire in a best of 1. They took a map off Heroic in a best of 3. So both of those pretty notable feats for an NA team. I mean, Eternal Fire, 14th world. CJ and Donut taken down by Noxio, and CJ actually had a pretty solid position. Carson flying into Donut himself and lining up 3. Flixie does get the trade. Flixie faking the plant. Cynic wrapping around Cave. Still man advantage now. Oh. Only one left now. Oh, it's missing a main. Cynic able to get that final trade with the AWP. It's 10-0 Nouns. Actually getting a bit ridiculous with the mid pushes. This has been the whole match. This has been the whole match. Carson fully down. Teammates backing him up. Carson got the first. The situation for a multi-kill does get traded. B-Will's gonna back him up for the trade. CJ gonna get two there, lower mid. Nouns really just showing their true form here. Final round of the half. Akimbo does have 5 AKs. Florence lurking up through the smoke. Marky right on the other side. Will he turn around in time? Well, it's not going to matter. Katie able to pick him from across the situation there. For a second, finds it. Towards Donut. Nice going to back her up. Gets the trade on to Carson. 2v2 situation. Nice able to pick up another there into Donut. Akimbo looking for their first round here on Ancient. The question, will B-Wills spoil the round here? He's of course going for it. Final round of the half. And even if it wasn't, he'd still likely be going for this. 1v3, bomb not planted. Maybe just heard his footsteps. Now they know where he is. He does get that pick into A cave. Entrance of A cave. B-Will's tagged down to half HP. The plant is faked. B-Wills makes a U-turn here to A main and had a chance there. But it's going to be Flixie picking up the kill and getting Akimbo their first round of the map. Full A-rush here from Nouns. Akimbo hasn't quite caught on yet. Now they do. But the rotation might be too late. Katie still able to get one from Donut. Katie able to get a second from Donut. Oh, Carson goes down in A main and not looking too hot here for Nouns. Cynic and CJ versus the world. Cynic able to get one there towards CT spawn. Bomb is smoked. They're on the defuse. Florence fully sticking it. CJ doing what he can there, but just not able to kill the diffuser. And that was actually a very solid retake from Akimbo, primarily from Donut. Florence just saw Cynic's head right there at the B ramp. This is a full buy from Nouns. Running up into the B side. CJ able to get the first. Carson blinded, still able to take down Florence on the trade there with the MAC-10. Carson picking up the AK. Will find that kill to Carson, but B-Will's good for the trade at range with the Glil. It's match point Nouns here on Ancient. Made it B early. Carson downing one in cave with that MAC-10. He's looking for another. Florence right there on default. This was actually obviously a full force here. Akimbo doing what they can. Does seem over at the moment. Still got to play out all the rounds. Carson picking up another MAC-10 kill there at B. This game does seem like all but a formality at this point. Man advantage Nouns. Gotta be careful of those eagles, though. Nice does end up getting a 5-7 kill mid-range there at B onto Carson. Flixie gonna have to hit at least one of these 1-deeks here, though. And he's not gonna be able to. Nouns securing the victory here on map 1, and that was maybe a little bit more than we were expecting from Nouns there in the first half. I mean, I'm sure we were all expecting Nouns to do pretty well there, you know, because they're trying to get some redemption from maybe some of those recent losses that maybe they shouldn't have had. So we were expecting Nouns to come out strong, but that was a statement there, especially in the first half. So we're going to get ready for Mirage here. Going to go off camera for a couple minutes. We'll be right back.
Shooting through the clouds, I know it's alright. It's alright. Heavens are the limit now. Let's fly just one more night. One more night. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out.
We're stuck in your car on a Friday night. try not to talk about. Still your smile keep on heating up the climate, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And by accident, you're getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone. Whatever it is, it just feels so real. And your eyes keep on talking in the silence, and all the blood to my cheeks are rushing out, yeah, yeah. And I'm hoping you are getting closer. Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Is it a wild shot of letting you know that you're the topic of all of my thoughts, yeah? Can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? Well, can you tell me something, tell me something? 'Cause I'm so sick of this friend zone.
Everybody, looks like we're not wasting much time here. Getting into map 2 momentarily. If you weren't with us on the first map, it was a dominant victory from Nouns, 13-2. That was Akimbo's map pick as well. We're now on Nouns' map pick of Mirage. If Akimbo is able to pull off the upset here, this would go to Nuke for the decider. Once again, quick warning, CS2 does have some spectator bugs, so this might not be the perfect viewing experience we're used to in CSGO. That's no fault of Mythic or anyone else involved here in this tournament. CS2 just needs some time to catch up with CSGO in the technical department of spectator mode. But with that said, we've had a decent viewing experience thus far. Carson leading the way Up A ramp, it's Florence actually opening up with a clean ranged headshot there from all the way back at the CT stairs. B-Wells looks like he's still going to get the bomb down without anyone firing another shot. But Noxio able to get CJ there in sight. Whoa, is Marky lagged out? We might have a situation here, unless that's just a viewer error. Oh, this might be a legitimate tech issue if this was actually Marky and Spawn the whole time. I'm trying to get some confirmation about that here. It looks like we are... This has to be a tech pause. Give me a moment here. Okay, this is a tech pause. So hopefully no tech or IRL issues for Marky here. Or any serious ones, I'll say. Still on the tech pause here, but it looks like Marky is in the server and moving. So we should be all right here. Unpaused. Second round of map 2. Akimbo with a strong pistol round victory. Nouns, infamous for their force buys, have indeed force bought here. If you're a Nouns fan, you know how many times they've won second round force buys on Mirage on both sides. There was a point during this year where I would say that Nouns won 75% of their force buys on Mirage. CJ, great pick there into window. Florence down early. Katie maybe looking for a depth there. Window, but not gonna be fast enough. CJ gonna pick Noxio on Cat. Galil headshot. B-Wills Carson backing him up, and it's all Nouns here on the force buy. A round that Akimbo absolutely needed here. And it's just not going to happen. He's the last man standing for the counter-terrorists. He hears Marky, but ultimately Marky getting the final kill of the force buy. The way into middle. Katie actually falling back through the murder window. Carson moving up catwalk. Will he be the first to make contact? Noxio right on the other side of that box catwalk, but Carson actually stepping into ladder room. CJ gonna pick up the pick there at Cat. So far, so good for Nouns. This was actually a full pistol force for Akimbo. So economy-wise, Akimbo not in a great situation here. Cynic able to pick up another headshot here towards jungle. Katie and Nice camped out on the B side. Nice, nice little ranged Deeg headshot. Carson picking up a trade there. A moment later, Cynic going to clear out the back of the B site. Florence remaining. He's taken care of up in Palace, and Nouns has taken the lead on Mirage. Will we see Akimbo in another lead this map, or does Nouns just steadily start pulling away here? Based off the momentum from map 1, I mean, you're going to be concerned no matter what here if you're Akimbo. Another round of economic turmoil here for Akimbo. Full eco for them after the force. I mean, they knew that they high probability were in for this situation. Carson, 2 quick kills there at mid. It's all Nouns again as they make their way through connector. Was able to pick up another there at Cat through connector, and again, just 1 remaining here for Akimbo. He was able to get the final kill there at the murder window. Nouns up by 2. Akimbo does have money for rifles here. Full rifle by here from Akimbo. No AWP on either side. And Nouns actually still using 3 Galils, so Akimbo can maybe take advantage of that. Nouns taking a lot of nade damage early up in window, but Katie holding her ground in connector. With a strong defensive kill there in connector, but Carson not to be slowed down today. Eventually taken down by Nice after Carson got 2. Cynic looking for the plant at triple. Flixie peeking into sight. Flixie has a really good angle there and does end up getting the kill onto Cynic just in front of Sandwich, kind of out in the open there. Tense situation for Flixie and Florence. Marky, perfect play from the stairs. Nice is gonna get the trade. He's right in front of the smoke here. He eventually does get the trade onto Marky, but maybe too late. D-Wills was all too prepared to get that final kill. He's not gonna allow any type of defuse there. Get a 1 dig there at mid early. That's not going to happen. Majority eco here for Akimbo. Cynic has an AWP. And Akimbo's best bet is just to play some really cheeky close range angles here. Florence going to go down at the top connector. Carson today. And I think Nouns can just keep playing their aggression throughout this half. I don't think they really need to do anything over the top strategically. I mean, just let the boys get their picks.
Bomb has been planted.
Cynic, a little post-plant op action. Oh boy. See this one late here. Get a kill in the jungle, but not more than that. Nouns still with a commanding lead here on map 2. And it does seem like they're inching towards a 2-0 victory here in this Mythic Cup best of 3. Nouns looking to slot themselves for another best of 3 tomorrow if all goes well here on Mirage. Still some Counter-Strike to be played here, though, on Mirage, so you don't want to get too complacent if you're a Nouns or a Nouns fan here. Oh, Florence, he definitely saw Carson's head just go past that ledge at mid. Florence now going to rotate over towards window. Katie actually picks up that next kill at mid. Oh, Marky sees Nice at the back of the B site. Interesting angle here for Marky, but Noxio going to take him down. Nice peek from Noxio up to the B apartments. Noxio now pushing up a bit here onto Cat. Cynic has that AWP. Not sure if he should be the one out in front. He needs a little bit of backup here. He knows Noxio's position. Cynic lit. Noxio still up. And Noxio sets up the play for Nice to get 2 there at mid. CJ eventually trading back for 2. Katie hears those footsteps. Still holding her ground in connector, and she does get the final headshot there onto CJ. Some nice shots from both teams there actually at mid, but ultimately, kudos to Akimbo there for getting the trades necessary. Some high pressure trades from the mid window. Early pick there at Cat towards top mid. This is a bugged view model if you guys are wondering. That's not a standard model there moment. Carson with the smoky connector. He's the headshot onto Katie. Carson continuing to push up through connector. Florence prepared at jungle. Marky able to get the trade there at jungle. But Marky was tagged down to 33. Cynic with a single health point in connector with an AWP. 2v3 situation here for Nouns. Marky is planting the bomb here at triple, stepping through that smoke next to triple, making his way back to jungle. This is going to be ultimately up to Marky here. I mean, Cynic, yes, he can get at least 1, but he's got 1 HP. So this is going to have to be a lot of Marky action. Cynic able to get the first. Perfect timing from Cynic. Cynic able to get the second. And apparently this is all Cynic. 1 HP is all the man needs. Nice going to fake the defuse. He's out of time. Huge op shots from Cynic. Cynic really setting the tone there with the AWP, and that round really could have been the catalyst for Akimbo to get back in this map, get back in this series, but that's not going to be the case. They're left low on funds. They're not going for a full force, but it's not an ideal set of weapons here for the CT side. A mix of upgraded pistols in an MP9. Carson able to get that initial pick at mid. Oh, he spots another there, top connector. Florence pushing all the way on the flank, ends up getting Marky there in early B calls. Bit of an awkward situation. Nice also able to get 1 there at the front of ladder room. Again, leaving Cynic in an awkward situation here at mid. Cynic has the bomb as well to make things a bit spicier there. Oh, great pick from Carson towards bench. Carson hears another CT there towards mid, but Cynic's going to come up with that pick. Nice moving into the back of the B site. Carson still holding that bench angle. Is Carson getting Nice here? He does. Perfect headshot from Carson. The patience pays off. B-Wills ends up getting the final kill on the Flixie there at mid. Nouns leading by 5 rounds. Looking for a pick there at the A ramp. Using a Molotov towards Van. Nice. Firm angle there. Crouch next to Van. CJ, great pick at Catwalk. He's going to advance into ladder room. Oh, CJ going to pick Florence as well there in window. First here at the B apartments. He's gonna need backup. Katie's there to lend backup. She's tagged. I think she was tagged by the op, but it must have been a spam because it only hit her for 29 damage. And then Katie re-peeks to kill Cynic. Really unfortunate there for Cynic that was a spam shot. I mean, granted, he may have intentionally done the spam, but a bit unfortunate that it only did. Carson, still there by the murder window, setting up B-Will to get the bomb planted at the A side. Bomb planted exterior side of the default boxes. Markey posted up in sandwich, and this round is going to be quite difficult for Akimbo. Nice already getting picked at middle by Carson. Markey able to get that final kill right in front of sandwich. And Nouns continuing to show their strengths here on the terrorist side of Mirage. And as I said earlier, Nouns again not having to do anything too wild on the strategic side, essentially just running pick after pick after pick. They were going a bit heavier on mid earlier. Now they're doing a bit more of these early split and picks. But now they're converging on mid once again. It's Carson all the way down by the connector entrance. Katie very aware of the situation. Bit of a name error there. That was not Katie boosting Markey. Spectator air. Markey, though, the boost works out. Headshot onto Florence. Oh, second Markey. Landing the second with the AK-47. Mexico's #1 Counter-Strike player coming through big for Nouns again. CJ gonna get that final kill over towards the B site. Nouns up 9-2 as we head into the final round of the first half. Peeking connector earlier, that was a bit dangerous. I think she was using some utility there. CJ still peeking. Oh, Cynic drops out of the B apartment to no scope. Knees. That was an absurd shot from Cynic. Nouns actually falling back from B now. They do have possession of the C4. CJ stepping out of the top of connector. Headshots Katie and CJ able to pick Flixie in hell as well. Oh! Actually, CJ picking up a third there. He didn't even need any backup. I thought B-Wills was about to get Noxio there, but Noxio actually rotating all the way back around the market. CJ looking for a fourth. It's actually Marky getting the final kill of the first half. 14 kills for Carson, 13 for CJ. Solid first half there for Nouns. More than solid. Just as impressive as their performance on map 1 Ancient. Nouns is 3-round victories away from advancing to the next day of the Mythic Cup. Flashes mid. CJ, wild headshot there early. He was able to get one as well, but it's Marky re-peeking window to pick Florence. 2v5 here for Akimbo. CJ is lit. Can they make something happen? Katie gets one, gets a second. Almost scared me there if she was going to get a third. Nouns pushing her. B-Will's able to finally get Katie down with the USP. Nouns is looking to bring this one home, folks. Negev also become infamous for the use of these MGs. I'm just having some fun now. They know they're going to advance in this tournament. Match point for Nouns. Well, like I said, we were expecting Nouns to come out strong here today. I think they've exceeded the expectations of even the most hardcore Nouns. B-Will's pushing all the way up mid. Down 2 here early. B-Will's potentially going for the ace there. Pulled out the deagle. Or no, excuse me. Got his P2. Got a third. Florence eventually downing B-Will's. Only Florence remaining here for Akimbo. Nouns looking to hit. Oh, Florence going to leave us with a spicy little 1-dig. But only 2 rounds there again for Akimbo. 4 rounds on the series for Akimbo. And, you know, you really can't be all that critical of Akimbo. I know it seems like kind of a wild score line, like whoa, 13-2 back to back, you know, especially with Akimbo with, you know, ECL level players with some decent experience. But, you know, you go against a team like Nouns that, you know, is been playing with their consistent core for a while, knows exactly what they want to do, especially on a map like Mirage, even though I know they were just as strong on Ancient. But once a team like now, I know I'm going to try to put my bias aside here, but once any higher caliber team like tier 2 or above gets going with that kind of momentum, especially with MR12, you're going to have to do something extremely serious to stop that momentum. So Akimbo really didn't have, you know, a whole lot to lean on or a whole lot of options there. They would have had to start hitting some ridiculous shots and running some really extreme strats if they were going to overcome Nouns even a few rounds into each of those games. So it is what it is. Sometimes how things shake out in these tournaments. But Nouns will be continuing tomorrow. That should be exciting. Hats off to Akimbo. I do want to see them play more. I know Florence and a couple of these guys have quite a bit of experience, so I imagine they do have more to show us here in the NA scene. With that said, signing off for now. Big thanks to Mythic League. Thanks to Flom, Oliver, all the guys who are helping behind the scenes, Slove, and others. And looking for another Nouns best of 3 W tomorrow. Be sure you guys are following Nouns Esports on Twitter and other socials. Be sure to join our Discord as well. And shout out to all the Nouns fans in the chat. We always appreciate the support. Some long-term Nouners that have been following this squad for quite a while now. As I mentioned earlier, this Nouns core has some pretty good experience now together, and especially after getting another EU boot camp under their belts. I'm excited where this team goes in 2024. But before we get to 2024, we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, guys, Hamtaro signing off. Thanks again.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the man.